At a rally on Friday, Republican Florida Senator Marco Rubio was emphatic.
Maduro still has time to leave. Where? That's up to him. But that window will close. That time will pass, and then it will be too late.
Rubio has helped shape the Trump administration's Venezuelan policy, reportedly speaking to the president at least once a month on the issue since shortly after his inauguration. Florida's Venezuelan emigre community has forcefully lobbied for regime change. The ferocity it displays for the overthrow of Nicolas Maduro has seemingly replaced that once shown by Florida's Cuban-American population for U.S. intervention in its homeland. Younger Cuban Floridians are against confrontation with Havana. The Venezuelan community is key to the Republican Party's hopes of retaining power in Florida and in the White House as changing demographics soften its grip on the state. Rubio has received $20,000 from an anti-Cuban government group co-founded by Mauricio Claver-Carón. Rubio has since helped Claver-Carón join the National Security Council at the Trump White House. He's pushed for the escalation against the Venezuelan government. Not that Donald Trump needed much encouragement. He asked for a Venezuela briefing on his second day in office. However, his focus was how finally to bring down the government in Cuba by making it financially difficult for Caracas to supply Havana with aid. And that remains the ultimate goal. The White House is transparent. It seeks the overthrow of the Cuban, Venezuelan, and Nicaraguan governments and U.S. control over the world's largest oil reserves.
It'll make a big difference to the United States economically if we could have American oil companies really invest in and produce the oil capabilities in Venezuela.
With the election of right-wing governments in the region and the emergence of Juan Guaido, it was decided the time had come for regime change.
Juan Guaido's Popular Will Party has estranged itself from even large sectors of Venezuela's opposition that favor dialogue and don't want war. However, he has a strong constituency in Washington. It was Washington, after all, that groomed him for this moment.
But there are concerns in Washington that the administration has mistaken opposition to President Maduro for support for U.S. intervention or for a candidate asking for military intervention. And there are fears about what such a hardline foreign policy team will recommend if it has miscalculated. A team that now includes Elliott Abrams, who in the 1980s oversaw the U.S.'s support for regimes that employed death squads in Central America. Shihab, Rattansi, Al Jazeera.